CrimeNet offers a dynamic map that rapidly offers many different contracts for heists. Each icon in the map has a randomly selected heist and difficulty, and remains on the map for approximately 30 seconds. Rarer heists usually have higher payouts. Heists in CrimeNet can be selected with an empty lobby or be entered with a group who has already started. Highlighting a heist offers a description and reveals the difficulty, risk, and the breakdown of the payout. Yellow skills indicate the risk level. Red outlined heists are pro jobs. If a crew fails a pro job, it will no longer be available to retry. Some heists are rarer and more valuable than others. Others offer a high payout but a higher risk. I will now go over some aspects of the CrimeNet map. In the legend, there's a range of different icons and colors. A white speech bubble indicates a new/clean job. This means if you select that icon, you'll be the host of the mission. The black speech bubbles are already opened lobbies by other people with the name of the host in blue, and if a friend is hosting, his name will appear in green. The yellow skill indicates the risk level, varying between 0 and 4 skills. The red text pro job indicates that it will be a pro job. More on that later on. The blue ghost means that the heist is stealthable. And last, the white boot, meaning that you can't be kicked out of that lobby. Filter. The filter is used to search specific heists. The options are friends only, which speaks for itself. New servers only, meaning that they did not play a mission yet. The in-lobby servers only option lets you display lobbies that are not in the actual mission yet. With the maximum servers number, you can control how many public/friend servers are visible on your map. The distance filter lets you roughly select the area on where you want to search for the particular filter settings: close, far, or worldwide. The difficulty filter lets you choose to display any normal, hard, very hard, overkill, or death wish difficulty levels. The contract filter lets you choose which heists. The kick filter lets you choose if the lobbies viewing have kicking enabled or disabled. The contract broker. This is the place for you to buy the mission as well as the pro job alternatives with the selected difficulty with your offshore money. Difficulty levels. There are 5 difficulty levels which are set when selecting a CrimeNet contract. Normal, risk level 0. Hard, risk level 1. Very hard, risk level 2, overkill, risk level 3, and finally death wish, risk level 4. Each difficulty level corresponds to a risk level, which appears as a heist asset with the exception of death wish. As the risk level increases, so do the reward, strength of the enemies who spawn, and the length of the assault waves. Pro jobs are usually the upgraded versions of existing heists, although there are some heists that only exist as a pro job. These are a crane job, bank heist, and big oil. Pro jobs generally have double the experience payout and a slightly higher contract pay. However, loot bag values remain unchanged, and it is boosted further on higher difficulty levels. However, all pro jobs can only be completed in one attempt. If the players fail any day of the heist, they are forced to terminate the contract and cannot retry without purchasing or finding it again on CrimeNet. Pro jobs are also more expensive than their non-pro counterparts. The inability to retry a failure is of greatest deterrent when performing a multi-day heist, because failure on later days will put the crew back to the lobby and invalidate the effort they have taken to complete all of the days before that. Note that if an escape is triggered on a pro job, the escape will inherit the pro status. The heat system. There is an invisible heat number on each heist. This number is not the final resulting number or percentage, more like an arbitrary index. Start from 0, the maximum number is 100. The larger the number, the better. As you complete a heist, its heat goes down, which gives you a penalty, and the other heist's heat goes up. The amount of the penalty and boost differs by heist. Usually it is minus 15 penalty and 10 boost per heist. Multi-day heists has its own preset. Only 30% of the other boostable heists will be boosted. Another rest will not be modified. If a heist is boosted within 5 minutes or already maxed out at 100, it will not be considered as available in the RNG pool.